Yeah, I mean, for young athletes, it's like, hey, can you just and again, don't have super high expectations. Like, I'm gonna pay attention to my teacher for this whole class, but it might be like, hey, I'm gonna literally lock in. Like the clock right now says 8:50. I'm gonna literally lock in on everything they're saying for 10 minutes, and
Yes.
then you know what? Like, I might miss a thing or two and zone out for a little bit, but just like by the time you do that more and more, all of a sudden it becomes okay. Well, now, dang, dude, I'm pretty good at like 20 minutes. I can handle pretty easily without like minds, going. And I think if you can start to like, if athletes can start to understand, this is a conversation we try to have with them when it starts to get real, right? When they get to be sophomores, juniors, and they're like, they want to play at the next level. This wants to be something that they really want to do. It's the idea of like, you're no longer a kid playing baseball, like you're a baseball player. And the difference is everything that you do in your life now affects you as an athlete. So what you eat and who you hang around and all your extracurricular activities, and you might have to miss some social activities and things like that because you've made the commitment. But at the end of the day, like there's also the idea that we all hate school. Like I don't think anybody's going to sit here and try to convince anybody that hey, you just got to love school. Look, there's a process. You love school when you're studying what you care about. Like we all have to study crap we don't care about.
Yeah.
And so we got to figure it out. But man, that's an incredible mental test for us to be like, can I figure out how to get an A in this class that I freaking hate so much? Like that's a mental challenge. And this teacher is so boring and I can't stand listening to her talk, but can I just lock in for 20 minutes? And I think if the mindset can change, like, dude, this is who you are. Like literally every single decision you make is affecting you as an athlete, not just as, normal high school student.
That's such a good example of like forcing yourself to lock in completely on one thing, like class, like that will help you be a better baseball player. Like I with all my heart, I can like confidently say that like that on the surface, if you look at it, you're like, this has nothing to do with baseball. But bring it back to the skill of focusing on something that is very easily like during the game you can easily get distracted. During class you can easily get distracted. That's the same thing. And challenging yourself in that, I think that's such a good example and a great suggestion for anyone listening or any kids looking to like be better at focusing. Like that's what we're talking about, just be better at focusing. And that's a really high quality repetition of practicing focusing. Just like you do a set of receiving off of a velo machine for guys behind the plate. Like that's a really high quality repetition on the catching side of building skill. But it's like on the mental side, being able to focus better, finding ways to drill, focusing better is a high quality repetition. And I really want the listeners to like understand that those two are equally important. So why would you ever not practice focusing? That's like the rhetorical question that I want to pose there.
If you enjoyed that, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll have a new episode for you every single Tuesday here on our YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.